Can I tell you something I kind of secretly carry as a mom? It's when you look around the house and the laundry isn't finished. There are toys all over the floor. You've snapped at your kids more than you'd like. You've been meaning to start healthier habits, but life keeps happening. And somewhere in the back of your mind, you hear, am I doing enough? Are they going to remember a stressed out mom? Am I missing their childhood because I'm trying to hold everything together? It's a question that sits in your heart even when nobody else knows it's there. Because you love your kids more than anything. You'd give them the world if you could. But some days you wonder if what you're giving them is just survival. And if you've ever felt that way, I want you to know that you're not alone. Hey, I'm Bev, and this is the Restart Life Mama. This space is for moms who are rebuilding their lives. You're not failing because your house isn't perfect. You're not behind because your routines aren't figured out. You're not a bad mom because you're still trying to heal while raising little people. There's a reason this feels so heavy. When you've spent years in survival mode, you start believing that every day is about putting out fires. You react instead of being prepared. You manage chaos instead of creating routines. You spend so much energy making it through today that you don't have much left to think about tomorrow. And before you know it, life starts feeling like one long cycle of catching up. And not because you don't care, but because you've been carrying so much. But this realization changed the way I look at motherhood. Your children learn far more from your routines than your speeches. They're watching how you respond to stress. They're watching how you care for yourself. They're watching how you talk to yourself. They're watching how your family spends ordinary Tuesday evenings. Because childhood isn't built on those little vacations, it's built on the thousands of ordinary moments. A bedtime story, dinner around the table, a walk after supper, praying together, cleaning up together, laughing while folding laundry. Those little moments seem insignificant today, but one day they'll become someone's childhood. Imagine a home that feels peaceful instead of rushed. Imagine your children knowing that dinner means connection instead of distractions. Imagine them growing up believing that taking care of their bodies is normal, that talking to God is normal, that cleaning up after themselves is normal, that movement is something your family just does. Imagine them carrying those habits into adulthood without even realizing where they learned them from. Not because you were a perfect mom, but because you chose to be intentional. That's possible, and it doesn't happen by changing everything all at once. It happens one routine at a time, one habit at a time, one ordinary evening at a time. You are becoming the kind of woman who builds foundations instead of chasing perfections on and off again relationship. You're the kind of mother who understands that legacy isn't created in grand gestures, but it is created in the daily routines. You're becoming a woman who doesn't just rebuild her own life. She changes what gets passed down, because every healthy habit you choose today has the potential to become someone else's normal tomorrow. But don't try to reinvent your entire family this week. Just choose one thing. Eat dinner at the table, read one chapter before bed, go for one walk together, pray one simple prayer. Turn off one screen, pick one habit that brings a little more peace into your home, then protect it. Not because it's impressive, but because it's important. The beautiful thing about rebuilding your life is that eventually it stops being just about you. Your healing becomes your children's inheritance. Your consistency becomes their stability. Your courage becomes their example. Your ordinary Tuesdays becomes their memories that they'll hold into adulthood. So if today feels ordinary, if it feels small, if it feels like nobody notices, then remember this. The strongest homes aren't built in one extraordinary day. They're built one ordinary day after another, 1,000 times. One faithful decision at a time, one peaceful routine at a time, one act of love at a time. And years from now, when your children look back, they probably won't remember whether every room was spotless, but they will remember how their home felt. So build that. Because long after the toys are gone and long after they've grown up, the atmosphere you create today will still be living inside of them. And I can't think of a more beautiful way to rise from the ashes than that. I'll see you next week.